Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very lovely show. And our today's guest is Dr. Sudha Menon, and she is expertise in child psychology and having an experience more than 20 years. Right now, she's working with Army Public School, Arkipuram, Sikandrabad. Yes, she's there. Sudhaji, can you please join? Good evening and welcome to the very lovely show. Really great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Lovely. It's wonderful
Thank
that you have invited me for this live show, and I'm really privileged that you found me to be talking on this live show. I'm so honored. Thank you so much. Warm good evening to all the viewers who are watching this show. Thank you so much.
Okay, Sudha ji, सबसे पहले हम आपसे आपके बारे में जानना चाहेंगे. Can we have a little intro of yours?
Yeah. My name is SUDHA Menon. Yes, I've done my Ph.D. in child psychology. I was a normal teacher, pre-primary teacher. I started schooling, or when my son started going to school. Okay,
Okay.
so I thought, okay, why can't I also try around, see what exactly it is? And I joined schooling when my husband was posted in Secunderabad. I belong to a army fraternity and
Okay.
been moving from places to places, have a lot of experience moving around the country. Yes, you understand, Lovely ji, how it is. And the change from a teacher to a counselor came upon with my own experience as a student. I was a normal media course student in studies in academics. Then I used to find certain teachers who were had a very different nature to or knack to understand a media course student. So I said, why not? I also try. They could be students around among the present generation. So I shifted. Um, I joined NTT, where nursery teachers training, where there was a subject on child psychology. So that
Okay.
really that was a turning point, you can say, which really inspired me to learn child psychology there and on diploma basis. Then I upgraded myself as a bachelor's in pre-primary teachers training, and then mastered myself into pre-primary. Then I took masters in psychology, and then I did my PhD in child psychology, where I really found there is so many things. There's a miss in children who cannot express. We always call them backbenchers or something like that, where they
Right.
don't express, but they are really talented. Media course always succeeds. I always tell my students, you are the ones who are really going to shine. I'm not being judgmental here, Lovely ji, but these students definitely shine. Only it is the push we all require to give them. And it is not only academics, it's overall development. They are skilled, they have potential, maybe in music, dance, sports. So that push, that motivation, that friend, like adult friend you require for these youngsters. So that is why there was a shift from my normal teaching to be a counselor. And I
Okay.
keep building up that rapport, and I love this profession. Why not? So I, especially with the army school children, be belonging to the fraternity of army, so I continued working, and I love my profession as a counselor.
Okay. So right now you're working with Army Public School.
Yes.
So कौन कौन से क्लास के स्टूडेंट्स के साथ आप काम कर रहे हैं?
मैं प्राइमरी क्लास 1 से क्लास 12 तक कर रही थी. एंड इनफैक्ट एक साल पहले वी हैड वन मोर काउंसलर कमिंग अप. बट आई डू इंटरेक्ट विद प्राइमरी चिल्ड्रन, एंड इट्स अ डिफरेंट फेजेस. प्राइमरी चिल्ड्रन के साथ ऐसा होता है ना कि एक मिथ है अभी भी दुनिया में. अगर आप काउंसलर के पास जा रहे हो तो कोई खराबी है दिमाग में, बंदा
Right.
पागल है क्या. And
जी जी.
sometimes children come with, when they suddenly come, they are having tears in their eyes. मैं बोलती क्या हो गया बेटा? नहीं, मेरे में कोई खराबी नहीं है. तो ऐसे कोई खराबी नहीं, आप बहुत अच्छी हो, मैं आपकी दोस्त हूँ. So you need to
Right.
build up that rapport between small, younger ones. And teenagers usually like to keep their secrets. And I said, yes, I'm a good friend, I'll be keeping your secrets together. And we need to take out this myth among the students and mostly among the parents also, who have a hitch to come and meet, because there are a lot of circumstances where children face some kind of issues in primary level. Usually it is due to academics or sometimes due to behavior. So we need to give an awareness program to parents to understand nobody's perfect, neither you nor
Right.
me. We are not perfect. We all have our areas where we need to improve. So that myth has to be really removed, Lovely ji. I think once we overcome that myth, definitely people will understand what is the role of a counselor and why you require a counselor in a school, or not only in school, outside also. A friend, you're
Right.
looking out for a friend whom you can vent out your emotions, basically.
सो जब आप स्टूडेंट्स को बुलाते हैं तो उनके पेरेंट्स का क्या रिएक्शन रहता है? बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली हर बैकग्राउंड से स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं,
बिल्कुल.
सो कई
जैसे
कई
मैंने
लोग
बताया ना पहले आपको कि यूजुअली पेरेंट्स टेक स्टेप बैक, क्यों बुलाया है, क्या
जी,
हो गया. सो
राइट,
एट टाइम्स छोटे बच्चों में तो normally it is because of some minor behavioral issues, or could be system generated issues, which we call in our psychology, basically with army children. Maybe they are first generation students who don't understand the language, or parents are not educated enough. So उनको डर लगता है कि इसके लिए काउंसलर के पास बुलाया है. When it comes
राइट,
to class 6 and all, there is a shift in teenage. So
राइट,
parents feel what is the reason. So parents, I give them an awareness, basically. Could be there are certain kind of learning issues which we are not aware. आप और मैं
करेक्ट,
जजमेंटल नहीं बन सकते. सो आई गिव देम अ काइंड ऑफ फीलिंग टू देम कि आप देख लो, आप अपनी तरफ से कोशिश कर रहे हो, बच्चे में कोई ना कोई कमी है जिसमें आप दबाव डाल रहे हो. So it's a challenge for me, Lovely ji, to first and foremost to counsel the parents, to make them
करेक्ट,
understand why I have called you. So it's again a challenge of rapport building with the parents, which with the Almighty's blessings, and my elders' blessing, I have done successfully till today. So
राइट,
then I give them that orientation feeling, why it is important, and then the process starts on from there on.
या. सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स दे कम विद, लाइक जो टीनेजर्स हैं स्पेशली, सो व्हाट,
Yeah, teenagers,
किस तरह की?
उनका प्रॉब्लम है कि आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस. मैं हूँ कौन? That is the
राइट,
usual issue with teenagers, when they come, they says, ma'am, I don't know, I don't have confidence in myself, I don't have my own identity. All these are the feelings, or they lose a lot of low self-esteem they have. So we need to build up that. Give them that confidence. You're unique. आपके जैसे कोई और नहीं है, तो आप अपने ऊपर भरोसा कर लीजिए. So that motivation has to be given on regular basis. Apart from that, they have, of course, you all understand that there is an issue of opposite gender which happens. Yes, that
राइट,
liking. I say this normally because your pituitary gland is getting activated. So you need to understand there are changes. Your thought process, there is a lot of changes in that. So that believe in them that it's okay, normal child, nothing to worry about it. Usually the answer lies within them. So वो question वही करते हैं, answer भी हम उन्हीं से निकालते हैं. So that way you usually try to counsel them on a regular basis. At times it is basically with academics, with behavior, adjustment problem, sibling issues, or maybe peer pressure. At times children do come up with peer pressure. They want to be in that crowd. So how they have that, मैंने जैसे पहले बताया आपको, identity crisis हो जाती है उनको. So
राइट,
you try to counsel them over this identity crisis, which is very, very important. कि उनको बोला, बेटा, you need to believe in yourself, because they have
राइट,
to face the world outside, isn't it? And we are making our children, it's not academics, Laviji, it is, you need to make them understand that you need to face this world. You're preparing your child to face this world outside in a very, systematic way, understanding the values, which is again very important. हम जो बोलते हैं लाइफ स्किल्स है या वैल्यू एजुकेशन है, वो बहुत जरूरी है आज के जमाने में. your culture, your values also has to be. Academics या पढ़ाई कोई भी कर सकता है. अगर if you are not grounded or humble, what's the point? They are the young, generation and the future citizens of our country. We need to guide them. It is only suggestions. मैं तो ये भरोसा नहीं करती हूँ advice. We are only suggesting them. We just are kind of a, they all have that light, or we're just guiding them as mentors. We are just a facilitator among ourselves. That's it.
राइट, बट जैसे आप उनको समझाते हैं तो हाउ दे टेक इट?
That's in fact, my trade secret. I do ask them question. I don't directly jump into what is their issue.
Right.
When they come to me, some of them come to me directly. They like to confide their emotions to me. Sometimes, being a school counselor, they are being pushed by the teachers. So my first question is, yes, dear, how can I help you? Okay,
Right.
so rather than, and then slowly there is a process of going through making them more comfortable, not attacking on their academics. Or I said, what do you like? What serial kind you like to watch? What sports you like to watch? What you want, what are your plans? And there is a lot of things. Slowly they start building up their confidence, and then they speak to me. Then I try to suggest them what can be done and how it should be done.
राइट. अच्छा सुधा जी, जैसे अभी सब कुछ ऑनलाइन हो गया है,
हाँ जी.
सो आपने कोई डिफरेंस देखा बच्चों में जब वो
Yes.
अभी दोबारा स्कूल आए?
Absolutely, lovely ji. There is a big, I first and foremost, I really appreciate the children, the challenge they have faced. Okay, in this pandemic, definitely, 18 महीना घर पे बंधे रहे हैं एक तरफ से. We all human beings are social animals, है ना? और बच्चे तो बच्चे हैं, ना दोस्त देख पाए, सिर्फ वर्चुअली देखे. द रियल वर्ल्ड से वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड आ गए वो. एंड जहां हम बोलते थे कि स्टॉप watching your screen time and all, now they are into it.
Right.
Initially they were all very happy. I would like to share a incident. When I was talking to my students of class 11th and 12th, one of this child told me, ma'am, अब तो बस हो गया मैम. पहले जब मोबाइल हम चोरी चोरी देखा करते थे, अभी बस हो गया हमारा मोबाइल देखना. I said, why? बस मैम ओवर हो गया सब कुछ. So when excess of screen time, they were really feeling bad. They were missing on to their friends. They're missing on to the school.
Right.
So that emotional, because we are all social animals, that social emotional effect was really hampering onto children. Once they came offline to school, you should have seen the end to the happiness the children had, because they are seeing their friends. They missed on that school days. School days, lovely ji, abhi jante, is something which we all cherish. वापस नहीं मिलता है. जैसे वो ना, सारा कुछ ले लो, मेरे बचपन दे दो, बचपन तो बचपन ही होता है.
Yes. And especially जो students 11th या 12th में थे, जिनके last year था, and वो सबसे ज्यादा टाइम होता है एंजॉय करने का, अपने फ्रेंड्स से फेयरवेल एंड मिलने का. क्योंकि उसके बाद सबके अपने करियर शुरू हो जाते हैं.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल लवली जी. दैट इज व्हाट दिस मैम हमारा फेयरवेल होगा क्या? नहीं ऐसे, लेट्स क्रॉस आवर फिंगर्स चिल्ड्रन, बिकॉज यू आर ऑल प्रेशियस टू अस, है ना? वो हमें प्रेशियस, जिंदगी ऐसी मोड़ पे ला गई है हमें कि हमें पता नहीं कल क्या होगा, क्या होने वाला है. सो वी सेड, in fact, children keep calling me at nights also, ma'am, hoga, what is it, how are we going to face it? You're all going to face it, lovely, because you have taken up this challenge. जिंदगी ऐसी मोड़ पे ला चुकी है कि आपने चैलेंज फेस किया. हर कोई कल भी अगर आपको सिचुएशंस ऐसे आ जाएंगे, यू आर सो स्मार्ट इनफ चिल्ड्रन दैट यू आर गोइंग टू फेस दिस चैलेंज. पैंडेमिक तो हम सबको वापस उस दुनिया में लाई जहां हम कभी जाना नहीं चाहते हैं. एक दूसरे से मुंह ढक के बात करना, that's all. But I appreciate these children who have all faced it, and the kind of mental trauma they all have undergone, missing on to this, जैसे आपने बोला, school days or final days of school.
Right.
जरूर है कि I think they should kind of have a story to tell to their grandchildren कि हम भी इस दौर से गुजर चुके हैं, and how we all survived. इसमें पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव इफेक्ट्स भी है. दे हैव बिकम पेशेंट इनफ कि ठीक है, पहले तो इम्पल्सिव होते थे. दे कुड, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ चेंजेस इम्पैक्ट ऑन दिस आल्सो, लवली जी, टीनेजर्स पे. हाँ जी.
सो लाइक ये तो बात जैसे हमने टीनेजर्स की, आपने बोला आपने प्राइमरी को भी देखा है, प्राइमरी के स्टूडेंट्स के साथ भी डील किया है, तो वो जब आप समझाते थे तो हाउ दे टेक?
उनको द लेवल ऑफ टॉकिंग टू देम वाज टोटली डिफरेंट। उनको कहानी
या
के रूप में बातें थी। यू नो, बच्चे तो बच्चे हैं, ऑल दे रिक्वायर इज लॉट ऑफ लव एंड केयर। ये नहीं बता रही कि उनके पेरेंट्स नहीं दे रहे हैं, टीचर्स नहीं दे, सी एवरीबडी हैज दैट। आई बीइंग एज अ काउंसलर, आई जस्ट टेल देम बेटा तुम कर सकते हो, तुम्हारे में कोई ना कोई हुनर है। सो दैट वे दैट चाइल्ड फील्स यस, आई ऑल्सो एम इम्पोर्टेंट, है ना, मेरे में भी कुछ है। मैम ने जब बोला सी दैट मोटिवेशन इज फॉर एवरीबडी। आप में मेरे
राइट।
में भी कोई आगे कोई अच्छा काम करते, अगर टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, अगर आप घर पे अच्छा खाना बनाए एंड यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग योर चाइल्ड और योर हस्बैंड टू से oh it is good, you really get excited. If they don't, you
यस।
feel कि मैंने इतना मेहनत किया और फिर कुछ नहीं हुआ। सो इट इज इन ह्यूमन नेचर। तो बच्चे भी ऐसे ही थे, उनको अलग तरीके से मेरे को डील करना पड़ता था बाय टॉकिंग टू देयर लेवल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग। बेसिकली अगर पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकते तो मैं बोलती कोई बात नहीं बेटा, आप कर सकते, you
राइट।
can do it. So that feeling of I can, it makes a lot of different from I can't. So वो आपको पम्प करना पड़ता है मोटिवेशन बच्चों में। So definitely
बट लाइक
that has,
छोटे,
हाँ जी,
या छोटे बच्चों में लाइक इनहिबिशंस कम होते हैं ना, लाइक दे आर ओपन टू मोर थिंग्स
yes, yes,
rather than teenagers, because teenagers को एक समझ आने लगता है, चीजें
हाँ,
समझने लगते हैं। सो
हाँ,
छोटे बच्चे आई थिंक दे टेक इट मोर पॉजिटिवली
yes,
because
yes,
they don't have any inhibitions of going to anyone
yes.
and to talk to anyone.
नहीं, लवली जी, here अभी क्या हो गया ना, सी नाउ द यहाँ आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू वन थिंग, द पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल्स हैज चेंज्ड। ओके,
Okay.
सो द पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल इनिबिशंस, जैसे आपने बोली छोटे बच्चों, थोड़े बच्चों में बड़ा जब मेरे पास आते थे ना सडनली रोना शुरू करते थे। मैं बोली, क्या हो गया बेटा, मैंने आपको डांटा क्या? नहीं, मेरे में कोई खराबी नहीं है, ये दिस वाज द सेंटेंस, ऐसे बिल्कुल आप में कोई खराबी नहीं है, आप बहुत प्यारे हो। सो कहीं ना कहीं दोस्तों के बीच में क्या होता है था, सडनली द प्रोसीजर और द सडनली द में आईएमआ गोज, आपको काउंसलर मैम ने बुलाया, सारे बोलते हो दैट मिथ आई एम टॉकिंग वाज टॉकिंग
Yes.
अबाउट, हाँ काउंसलर ने तुम्हें बुलाया। सो दैट पीयर प्रेशर के बीच में बच्चे कहीं हड़बड़ा जाते हैं। सम ऑफ देम आर
Right.
वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट, मैम मुझे पता है मैं बहुत अच्छा हूँ, गुड बॉय बोलने के लिए। सो आई यूज्ड टू हैव माय काइंड ऑफ सेल्फ अप्रेजल फॉर देम to make
True.
them, it was a challenge for me also to build up that rapport, is a real challenge as a counselor, because
Correct.
every level you need to build up that, so then once they see me, okay, she is fine, she's not any kind of strict person or somebody, then they also used to, it's not in one session you suddenly change things. The number of sessions which you need to do with children, slowly they become confident enough, and then they are very pally with you and try to understand what I'm trying to suggest them. So that way it makes a lot of difference.
Right. And as a teachers, आप में क्या क्या चेंजेस आए इस दौरान, लाइक आपके साथ जो को टीचर्स हैं, डू यू फाइंड क्या उनको भी जरूरत पड़ती है काउंसलिंग की, लाइक
Yes,
एंड
yes,
स्पेशली?
absolutely. Yes. Initially ऐसा होता था, अभी काफी साल हो गए मुझे, इनिशियल फेजेस में टीचर्स को थोड़ा हिचक होती थी बात करने में, but there were are issues, or there were issues when teachers used to come to me personally and went out their emotions. हर किसी को कोई ना कोई एक दोस्त हम सफर चाहिए होता है, वो उसको बनाने के लिए बहुत मेहनत करना पड़ा वो लवली जी मुझे, बट आई एम हैप्पी दैट फाइनली आई कुड मेक दैट, एंड पीपल कम टू मी and personal with their personal issues and with issues with their students, so I suggest tell them how you can deal with them. At times क्या होता है ना, teachers, we all understand, they are also under tremendous pressure to finish the academics, how the child is performing, so overlook हो जाता है कभी कभी, and we all are human beings, we cannot, we जैसे हमने कोई perfect नहीं, emotions हमें भी आ जाते हैं कभी कभी, वो अपनी stress levels में अनदेखी कर लेते हैं बच्चों में, and that child may be, looking for a comfort somewhere within that teacher. आप जस्ट एग्जाम्पल होता है ना कहीं इस मोड़ पे हमारी जिंदगी में भी आप महसूस कर सकते हो, हमें कोई टीचर फेवरेट लगती थी बिकॉज शी टू ऑलवेज बी वेरी गुड, some teachers
राइट।
are very strict, so it's a human nature, we all behave in a different way. So with time, I could bring in that change in my teachers also, where I'm working, how to look, have that connect between their students. So that
Right.
really makes a very, very large impact on students. Yes,
Yes.
how it has been happening. And at times children come to me and do share कि मैम ऐसे ऐसे हुआ है, ऐसे ऐसे मैं चाहता हूँ या चाहती हूँ इस फलाने. So I do get back to the teachers and tell them how you need to interact. Finally, a teacher is half counselor only.
Right. And as a mother also, have you ever gone through this, कि कभी-कभी होता है ना कि like घर में भी
In fact, we lovely ji, my baby, my son is, watching me live. He would love to share. जब वो teenager में था तो यही बोलता था, मम्मा आप counseling शुरू कर दिए. So he doesn't understand the mother's feeling effect there. You're trying to हुआ है मेरे साथ भी. We all learn. At times, you also went out and you give up kind of a thing, but then you come back. No, I cannot. अगर हर कोई टीचर हियर आई फील ना यू डोंट गिव अप ऑन योर चिल्ड्रन सो व्हाई टू गिव अप ऑन समबडी एल्स चिल्ड्रन दे आर द
Right.
वर्ल्ड है ना तो ये बहुत दिस इज वन थिंग विच आई कीप टेलिंग जब हमारा इन सर्विस वर्कशॉप होता है ऑन विद टीचर्स एंड नॉर्मली विद टीचर्स अगर ये मेरा बच्चा होता अपना बच्चा हम
Right.
we will not give up no so same way ma'am you should also we give them more opportunities so मेरे साथ भी हुआ as a mother and I feel finally we as a mother of course today my son is a working person even I would like to suggest to parents is that give them the opportunity to explore.
Right.
That is very very important because जिंदगी तमाम हम तो नहीं रहेंगे उनके साथ है ना उन्हें जिंदगी जीना है so that
Correct.
exposure is very very important. Finally we all are striving or working hard for our children. हमारी दुनिया हमारी बच्चे हैं तो अगर हम अपनी दुनिया को खुश नहीं रख सकते तो what is the point so let them find their happiness in what they do. That is what I would like to suggest the young parents also
Correct.
let them understand the value of things which is very important. I would always quote a statement of my mentor, of course, Dr. Ravindran. He used to always tell in workshop, पहले जमाने में 4-5 बच्चे होते थे, अभी तो 1 या 1.5 बच्चा होता है, तो we are giving everything to them on a platter. So they're not,
Correct.
so that value of understanding things, emotions, everything is very important that as parents we need to teach them.
Right.
That is very important. Yes.
But I think parents, because of having only one child or two child, they become so possessive.
Yes.
Earlier जैसे हम लोग छोटे थे तो हमने साइकिल सीख लिया, गिरे सीख लिया, दूसरे ने भी सीख लिया, उसी पे सीख लिया. बट अभी वी आर सो पोजेसिव कि हम उनको एक्चुअली नहीं जाने देते.
तो वही बताया
So,
मैंने ना आपको पहले लवली जी दैट पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल्स हैव चेंज्ड वी हैव बिकम टू पॉजिटिव अबाउट आवर चिल्ड्रन वी आर नॉट गिविंग देम द एक्सपोजर तो नॉट बीइंग जजमेंटल अबाउट दिस आजकल का आप रेट्स देखिए ऑफ व्हाट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द डाइवोर्स रेट और people changing their jobs from one they are not satisfied they're not happy they're moving around. So
right,
I would suggest parents they need to give them the opportunity to explore. Let them गिरेगा तभी बच्चा सीखेगा. बच्चे
right,
हम भूल जाते हैं. I always quote this to my children also whenever I talk to them कि children don't give up. Teenagers especially. आप थोड़ी इतने बड़े हुए हैं. आप जब छोटे थे कितनी बार गिरे होंगे. तब आपने
correct,
गिव अप नहीं किया फिर चले आप. You have fallen down, got a fallen down. तो that person you are. So don't give up in life. You need to keep, striving hard to reach your goal. Whatever you're doing, give it 100%. Whatever are your goals. Sometimes with the ma'am, our parents don't want. So I said, did you communicate with your parents? There is lack of communication which is happening. So बच्चे
right,
जब छोटे बच्चे बात करते हैं ना parents should not tell them बस चुप मत no let them. जब बड़ा हो जाएगा आप तरस जाएंगे उनकी बातों सुनने के लिए है ना so we need to give them that quality time. There are that what we call that 5 love signs or love languages we need to share with our children. So as parents, young parents, if you understand that, definitely I think that bridge or the gap which has been created by young teenagers and the parents, this we can reduce the gap once with lot of good communication. That is why elders say at least you need to the family with each together, it's always together. है ना? तो
Together.
at least one meal together, understand, let them talk. Sometimes, because with our culture and values, sometimes we overlook or give a shut up call to our children. If you are not giving that kind of ear to your child to hear, he will go and went out where to the same age group, the same peer group, who is again a half knowledge child, है ना?
Right.
Which is again half knowledge, is very dangerous. So be a friend, change. We are mature enough as an individual and understand our children. वो बहुत जरूरी है लवली जी. I think parents should also understand that what a child is undergoing. बोर्ड एग्जाम्स आ रहा है, प्रेशर होती है, बच्चे में भी इक्वल प्रेशर होती है. पेरेंट्स अक्सर बोलते हैं मैम ये तो बिल्कुल टेंशन फ्री है, इसको खाना पीना सोना है. ऐसे ऐसे नो, they are also under pressure to get good marks, and they also want to succeed in life.
Right. No, but I think मुझे लगता है कि प्रेशर पेरेंट्स से ज्यादा ये सोशल मीडिया का भी रहता है. Like, because children are on Instagram, they are on Facebook, and they try to compare.
Yes.
उसके इतने आए हैं, उसका एडमिशन इधर हो गया है, like, so, और आजकल आपने देखा होगा कि परसेंटेज भी 99 point something, it has come up so high. So struggle बहुत ज्यादा हो गई है.
बिल्कुल लवली जी. लाइक आपने बोला 99.8 99.9 में जब कट ऑफ हो जाती है, जब दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में, इट्स अ बिग चैलेंज फॉर चिल्ड्रन, वो 1% के लिए. सो see, I feel every child has got his own place in this world.
Right.
है ना? चाहे वो पढ़ाई हो, चाहे वो अपनी उसकी प्रोफेशनल skills हो. You must have, I always quote one more thing here, lovely ji. जो बंदा IIT clear कर चुका होगा, he must have got a good package. 1 साल मुश्किल से करके, then he just quits. Okay, and then he takes up profession, or he opens a restaurant, which was his passion.
Right.
See, so lovely ji, I always tell children understand what you want to do in life. Don't compare yourself with others. है ना? मैं अपनी बच्चे की डेफिनेटली कोट करूंगी हियर. ग्रेजुएशन बिल्कुल करना है. मैं बच्चों को बोलती हूँ, बी अ ग्रेजुएट, कंटिन्यू विथ योर पैशन, एज वॉट एवर यू लाइक. आई वुड लाइक टू कोट माई ओन सन हियर. इंजीनियरिंग करने से भी मैं ऐसे, दैट्स अ ग्रेजुएशन. आई डोंट बिलीव इन इंजीनियरिंग या मेडिसिन के. इट्स अ ग्रेजुएशन यू हैव डन, बट हिज पैशन वाज म्यूजिक.
Right.
Okay, so he is like, it's a very hard work, it's not easy, but I feel he never complains, because what you love doing, you never complain. So बच्चे भी जो सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट, डोंट कंपेयर योरसेल्फ विद अदर्स. आपको जो अच्छा लगता है, देखो नथिंग कम्स इजी इन लाइफ, वी ऑल नो दैट. नो पेन नो गेन. आपको तो मेहनत करना ही है. सो उस मेहनत के लिए आपको इनिशियली तो कोशिश करना है. यू कैन नॉट गेट इजीली एवरीथिंग इन लाइफ. सो चिल्ड्रन शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट आपको जो भी करना है, आपको यू शुड फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू वांट. Lovely ji, like, you must be very good in social media, you're very good in taking interviews. That is your passion, but it has not come easily for you, isn't it? आपने भी बहुत कोशिश की है, but आपको पता चला कि what is your passion. So यही है, बच्चों में बोलते कि मैम मुझे स्पोर्ट्स अच्छा लगता है. स्पोर्ट्स में क्या अच्छा लगता है बेटा? Cricketer or footballer, maybe you can connect yourself somewhere near to, you can be a good physiotherapist, you can be a good coach. So where somewhere you're connected to what you like doing. So
Right.
that connection in life, children should understand. Of course, social media is something which teenagers get glued to it, but they should be always guided in a proper way. जैसे आपने बोला Instagram में, I also come across children with a lot of cyberbullying happening. But we need to monitor as parents. Parents should also monitor where or what kind of accounts the child is having, because children are innocent. And especially age group of 13-14, I see that spurting of teenagehood coming up, and they really want to explore. So
Right.
that awareness is very important. I think as parents or as elders or as mentors, we need to keep updating our children from time to time.
Right. No, it's very important because nowadays media definitely important है, but ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मीडिया हर चीज के ऊपर चली जाए, and
Yes,
you know
yes.
so one has to be हर चीज की एक limit is required.
Absolutely, वो लिमिट पता होनी चाहिए बच्चों को. एनीथिंग एक्सेस इज डेंजरस. Anything
Right.
excess is dangerous. That children should be aware about it. And as parents have to monitor. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही policing करना है आपको, but monitor करिए. अगर बच्चा लैपटॉप खोल के बैठे, देखो, we cannot get away from technology because of this pandemic, but you need to monitor what your child is doing. I would suggest, parents, we do buy expensive gifts and give them, but the simple way is if we teach them, एक laptop के बजाय एक desktop खरीद के दे दो, बच्चा एक जगह बैठा है, and you're monitoring की है कर क्या रहा है बच्चा बीच बीच में जाके, policing नहीं. बच्चे बिगड़, means they get lewd. We also know when at times when we open certain kind of Google, things proper.
Pop out.
And
Right.
and children are children. They are inquisitiveness in them, curiosity in them. So that we need to keep a check on it. That is very, very important.
Correct. Very nice.
Hmm.
So as a teacher, like you have been in schools since long, तो अभी आपके भी एक टाइम स्केड्यूल पे बहुत डिफरेंस आया होगा बिकॉज ऑनलाइन हो गया है, सो चेंजेस भी डेफिनेटली आप महसूस कर रहे होंगे, सो हाउ यू आर टेकिंग इट?
Bilkul, lovely ji. Now it has become 24/7 for teachers, because it's online. Everything, you cannot deny any call. Like, especially with my profession, I have to take any call come from children because we don't know what the child is undergoing. Same is with teachers. The curriculum, the understanding. Children, teachers are, kind of multitasking their jobs. Family भी देखना है, school की activities भी देखना है, बच्चे के emotions को भी देखना है. So it has been a challenge. And I would really appreciate teachers from real world to virtual world कैसे overnight change हुआ है. Black and board say they have come down to a world where they have just learned overnight. So it has been a big challenge for teachers also. There is no connection between students. A passive student relationship ho gaya hai.
करेक्ट.
You don't know a child, is he really understanding or not understanding. Suddenly there is a initial hitch with technology connection, internet connection, power supply ka connection, everything. These
राइट.
challenges teachers have faced, and there are at times they need to pitch in extra time for children who don't understand. So it's hats off to the teachers. They have really made a benchmark for themselves. Of course, teachers are teachers, but with this pandemic, they have made a benchmark to themselves. That is really appreciable about teachers.
So time to wrap up, I think, because otherwise हम लोग इसको सेव नहीं कर पाएंगे. Time to wrap up.
Okay.
So what advice would you like to give to students and everyone? Like, new virus is also going to come and people are still, again
Panic, but yes,
in a
yes,
frame
I
of mind
understand,
to.
lovely ji. Yes, Omicron is already there. People are panicked. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, whether it's going to again get back to online or offline. We are all unpredictable. But the only suggestion I would like to tell students and teachers: believe in yourself. Let's have a
Right.
very positive affirmation to this world. Things are going to be fine. We all are going to face it in a very positive way. Take up the challenge, and whatever we have to do, follow the protocols of COVID, be a good citizen, so that we don't harm the weaker section of people, maybe old age people. So let's follow those protocols. Let us abide with rules and regulations in this world, and try to, break the chain and get away from this virus and lead a happy and normal life. So coming years, tomorrow being Christmas, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and an wonderful new year. Let's begin this new year, or let us ring the bells of new year with a positive affirmation that we all together shall fight this pandemic and overcome all the challenges and face this world in a beautiful and in harmonious way. And children, please do well and believe in yourself. You're all unique. You're all wonderful. You can all, come up with lovely flying colors and face anything in this world. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much, Lovely Ji.
Oh, that was really great. And it's really great to hear from you. And Merry Christmas to you also. So it's really nice talking to you, Sudha, and really amazing. बहुत कुछ जानने को मिला, and I hope students को भी बहुत कुछ समझ में आया होगा, बहुत कुछ जानने को मिला होगा. And they're lucky to have you as a counselor over there.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you
really
so much.
nice.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here, and thank you
Same
so
here.
very much. So, time to wrap up.
Yes,
And Sudha ji,
thank you.
please, अगर
Thank
आप
you
एक
so
बार
much.
अपनी ID अपनी बता दीजिए, so that they can follow you.
Yeah, it is Dr. Sudha Menon in Instagram. They can follow me here.
So it's you viewers, thank you for being here and joining us. And her ID is Dr. Sudha Menon. It's very simple. And कुछ भी आपको पूछना हो इस इन चीजों से related, counseling से related या किसी भी बारे में, so you can DM her. And she's always smiling and answer हमेशा मिलेगा आपको, reply भी हमेशा मिलेगा. So, and stay tuned for the next update and keep watching the Very Lovely Show. Thank you, Sudha. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, lovely.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Bye-bye.
Thanks.